These changes are impacting several industries, and one of the hardest hit are restaurants and bars.
12 News reporter Brandon Truitt continues our team coverage live in Providence. Brandon, what are restaurant owners telling you tonight?
Well, Mike and Shannon, let me put it this way. They're not happy. One of the restaurant owners we spoke with here on Federal Hill says to view it this way. If you think they're losing roughly 3 hours of open time a night, that's 21 roughly by the end of the week. And they say with those losses, layoffs are really just around the corner.
I think I'm very disappointed.
It's a here we go again for restaurant owners in Rhode Island.
I mean, those hours are huge.
New changes, they say, are a recipe for disaster.
Layoffs are absolutely inevitable.
Governor Gina Raimondo announcing all restaurants and bars must close by 10 on weeknights, 10:30 Fridays and Saturdays. The new rules start Sunday.
We're talking about, another seating that comes at 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, and that's a third of your dinner business. So when you talk about things that are that big, a third of your business, you're talking about jobs.
Governor Raimondo saying when it comes to restaurants and bars, the later into the night, the more spread of the virus they see.
Truthfully, it's unavoidable whenever you have food and drink and people getting together.
But restaurant owners aren't buying it, saying they are following every rule that's thrown their way.
We spent, all this time and effort to take it outside and do all this stuff, and now we've just lost outside because it's going to get cold. We're already at basically 50% inside, and now we're losing hours.
The state making grants available, they say, for all restaurants and bars impacted by this. Those grants ranging between $2,000 and $10,000 and will be passed down in the next month.
$2,000 doesn't cover a quarter of one night of losses that's going to happen.
The tug of war between public health and commerce front and center again. The restaurant saying if these changes stick, more help will need to be served up and fast.
How do we say that helps? What do we put this for? Do we tell the servers that these guys are going to have to lay off, that, we're going to take this $2,000 and you got a job for another week? I can only hope that this stays in place for 2 weeks and that the layoffs or closures are not that bad.
And Governor Raimondo acknowledges several conversations between restaurant organizations and her office, saying that 10 o'clock closing time was a compromise, adding that she was originally planning to close even earlier. Live in Providence, Brandon Truitt, 12 News.
Now restaurants having to face closing early after already being hit hard by the spring shutdown and limits on indoor dining.
12 News reporter Brandon Truitt has been talking to restaurant owners all afternoon. He continues our in-depth team coverage now with their reaction. Brandon?
Well, Mike and Shannon, I spoke with several restaurant owners here on Federal Hill who say they feel like the goalpost keeps getting moved. Another round of changes. And tonight there is real concern that this could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Limiting hours on an industry already buried in restrictions. That's how restaurant owners I spoke with are reacting to Governor Gina Raimondo's latest guidance. A 10 p.m. closing time during the week, 10:30 on the weekends. It all starts Sunday.
You're losing 30 to 40% of your revenue just in that time period. Now that's on top of the fact that we were already losing 40% year to date.
All that to say less money will be coming in.
My first concern is our staff.
Many of these restaurant owners say they have already spent thousands keeping up with changing regulations, and it's adding up.
We have hundreds of employees that are not sure where they're going to be in a couple weeks, couple months.
Governor Raimondo says the state is handing out grants to every restaurant and bar impacted by this change. They're between $2,000 and $10,000 each and should drop within the next 30 days.
$2,000 doesn't cover a quarter of one night of losses that's going to happen.
With the clock ticking on outdoor dining, limited capacity for indoor options, and now this, when it comes to the future of their businesses, these managers say, unfortunately, all options are on the table.
In an industry that already works on very minimized profits, the more that we continue to have to keep adding on from a cost perspective, I could see how a lot of my other friends have decided not to reopen the doors or just pay rent.
Now, the Rhode Island Hospitality Association released a statement acknowledging some level of compromise between them and the state, saying that those closing times could have been even earlier. It is worth noting that although restaurants have to stop serving guests a little bit earlier, takeout can continue to be an option. Live in Providence, Brandon Truitt, 12 News.